Now you got me all self-conscious. Thanks a lot, honey.
You're welcome.
After it's live.
Anything I can do to help, sweetheart.
I'm sure. No, get out of here. You're fired again. How you doing, guys? How you doing?
You'll rehire me in 2 minutes.
We had a great day today. Today was a great day. Really enjoyed being there with Reese across America and helping try to raise whatever money we could. And so that was pretty awesome, wasn't it?
It was really awesome.
Wish y'all could have been there. Sorry we didn't get to go live or nothing. We was busy.
We were busy. I was cutting tomatoes like no other. We didn't even.
John, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, John. We didn't even get to go over and see the Jeeps, which I'm very disappointed we didn't get to do that.
Why were you disappointed? Because somebody got made an honorary member of Wicked Jeeps. And that somebody was that somebody.
Me. That would be me. Isn't that cool?
Melanie and her husband, they made Mrs. G an honorary member of Wicked Jeeps. And all I got was this t-shirt.
I like it. Size matters. And some beard oil.
Well, I was getting to that.
Sorry, I love the smell of it.
Melanie's husband, he's got a beard care company, JP41. He's on Facebook, but he gave me some like a beard care package here.
Yes.
Yeah, it's tobacco and vanilla. And I know it don't.
Smell.
You know when it says tobacco and vanilla, I know tobacco it don't sound very good, but it's like pipe tobacco. Like,
yes, like when you walk into a cigar shop or a pipe shop and you smell it. I love the smell of cigars.
Oh, that smells really good.
Or pipe tobacco before it's burnt. Love it. And that with the hint of vanilla in it.
That smells really
lovely. Good. Lovely.
And
Is that beard wax?
It's beard care.
I thought he was going to.
I think it's like a beard balm is what it is, and yeah, that's pretty much kind of what it is.
And he can do the little handlebars.
So yeah, that was pretty cool.
How's everyone doing this evening? Don't lose it.
Hey, you hush.
I told Melanie, I said he just has to remember not to put any on before we go on another ride on the motorcycle.
Melanie said, "Don't overdo it."
Yeah, she said a little bit goes a long way, and I think that's what it was.
I'm one of the people that, well, heck, if a little bit's good, well, a lot's got to be better, right? Go big or go home. Just like my blood pressure. I mean,
and everyone that has any questions about G's blood pressure, it has
doing a lot better.
A lot better.
I'm not winning anymore. I'm getting a lower score.
He is getting a lower score, which is awesome. Probably because I threatened to put my foot in his butt if he didn't start calming down.
No, that was like threatening me with a good time.
Oh, good Lord. Kara says good. Junior El Torito says hello, G's. Tuning in from Anaheim, California.
Right on. How you doing, brother? Long time no see.
JJ says, good evening. I'm glad you had a great day.
It was a really good day. Like I said, it was pretty eventful. We was pretty busy, so we went ahead and just stayed another night here in McDonough. Mm-hmm. We're gonna leave early in the morning tomorrow. Not early like when we came here.
Let's define early, because he said this to me earlier.
We were up at 11 o'clock at night.
I said, how early are you talking early? I said 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'd like to be on the road about 6.
I said, that's good. 6 is good. As long as I get a frap on the way home.
I don't know about all that.
I want a frap.
We got places to be. People to see. I thought I'd just leave it up to everybody else. I was thinking, we're in our personal vehicle. I know during the convoy, everybody's like, can we go here? Can we go there? Can we go here? Because, Izzy was going all around and going to all these places. Well, I got a 53-foot trailer behind me. We just can't go to all these places. Well, what do I pick up this time?
This time we are.
So I was wondering, where should we go? Where do you guys want to go? And I've got something in mind, and let's see what some of the answers are. How's that? Then I'll tell you what I have on my mind.
Oh, I know what you have on your mind all the time.
Easy now.
And it is after dark.
Easy now.
And John says, howdy, howdy. Italian Princess says, we had rain in Phoenix, so I decided to go hiking in it. Well, awesome.
Italian Princess wants to know when we're coming back to Phoenix. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Elizabeth says that color looks very good on you, Mrs. G. Well, thank you. I love this.
It's looking like we're going to be doing a lot of Texas here pretty soon.
That's what it's looking like. After Thanksgiving, it looks like Texas is in our future.
Yes.
For a while, at least. Kevin says, hello to the G's from the Heidekeys in Minnesota. Hey,
how you doing, Heidekeys?
Sherry says, take Total Beat capsules. Helps keep my blood pressure stable with my blood pressure medication.
Oh, right on.
He's gonna
now you get me all
not have to
I'm
worry
sitting
about that blood pressure no more because I'm gonna beat him up.
Yeah, baby.
So Mickey says, yes, I agree, Mr. G. A frappy thingy. First stop. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me.
Bless you. They come in twos. Where's the other?
I don't know. Hopefully not a second one.
Alan's getting ready to move to Utah at Christmas.
Oh,
well, I hope that's a good thing.
Misty says, hello, I'm thinking about a name for my Frenchie and still trying to get her sooner. Well,
Dog.
No, not dog.
Why?
I'm sure
it was good enough for John Wayne.
I'm sure you'll
Come here,
pick
dog.
something that's suiting one. Once you get her, you can see her personality and everything like that and go from there.
I like dog.
And G already had the name Mudflap. He was not wavering, budging, negotiating, nothing. And with his ears the way they are, it's perfect.
It's a good name.
We took him with
Dog's
us.
a good name. Come on, dog.
We took Mudflap with us today.
You know what else is a really good name for a dog? Damn it. Get out of there, damn it.
We took Mudflap with us today because with him being a puppy and he's still, training and everything like that, he had the time of his life. He just laid in the grass and had people loving up on him and everything.
Jennifer Duck wants to know if I cut my beard. I trimmed it up at the bottom a little bit ago.
Vicky Vale says, can't wait till we can get together in Missouri so I can take you to Jack Stack's barbecue. It's so good.
Where's that at? Missouri, I know that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Man, that he says, name it Mutt.
Mutt. Debbie says, I love Mudflap.
So I haven't seen no ideas for a field trip. We're going to be leaving McDonald, Georgia, heading to Springfield, Missouri, and we're going to go back up to Arkansas and Memphis and on over to Niagara.
Yeah. Jen says, hey, family, how are you?
Vicky says Martin City, Missouri.
Oh, okay. We're doing good, Jen. Actually, look at the new development. I am an honorary member of Wicked Jeeps. Check that out.
Yeah, you ought to check it out, Jen. They've actually got
They've got a lot of chapters.
They got a huge membership.
Yeah, they're really cool. John says, Gesundheit. Thank you for that. And Italian Princess, thank you too. Sexy Grammy said, I said the same thing. That color looks good on you. You look so pretty. Well,
thank you. How do you know she's talking a bit to you?
Because she was talking to me. They're talking about my reddish pink shirt.
They might have been talking about my gray shirt.
Debbie says, Jack Stacks is a must. Karen says, love all the dogs. Mudflap getting to be very good there. He is. He's catching on really quickly. I'm very proud of his
Sherry Patrick
training.
says, open a Riggy's truck stop, east side of San Antonio off 10.
Oh, awesome. John says, you're going to need a bigger truck soon with all the pets.
Jen said she will. She'll tell them that I referred her.
Yes, actually, Melanie and her husband are part of the G-Force.
Yes, they are.
And as for needing a bigger truck, I'm a member of Truck and Fur Babies, and I post on there, and I see their posts and everything like that. It's a group, and there's one lady. She has 5 Pomskis. They're adorable. She calls her truck the Pomsky Express.
Misty said you should come to Moberly, and then I scrolled.
Was YouTube or Facebook?
YouTube.
Misty says you should come to Moberly, Missouri. We're thinking of moving to St. Joseph or places around there.
Oh, right on.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've been to Moberly. I actually used to deliver at there. They get a big Walmart distribution center there in Moberly.
Yeah. Bonnie says, Mrs. G is beautiful and G is handsome. Well, thank you, sweetheart.
Proc says, ma'am, sir, shout out from the Philippines. Thanks and God bless. You too, brother or sister. This is Prox. I'm not sure if that's a man or woman, but thank you.
Anna said, cool shirt. Jennifer says, heck yeah, that's some good barbecue.
Frank says, you should come to the Bahamas. We got fish.
To the Bahamas.
You got to the Bahamas pretty quick, Frank.
I know, right?
You send me that plane ticket and we'll be right there, brother.
With bells on, I'm telling you
what.
Yeah. John Smith says, I'm on my way to Jonesboro, Arkansas. Be careful out there on the big road. And that is great news about Tiff, sweetheart. So happy for you guys.
We got really good news today, and I'll just share it with everybody else if you don't mind, John. 2 of the G-Force members, 2 of our good friends, I just like to call them good friends, family. We heard today 2 separate people went into cancer remission today. We got Tiffany Smith, and then we also got Charles Bundy.
Yes.
We were elated to hear the news.
Yes, God is good. Sexy Grammy says, what kind is a Pomsky? I think it's a Pomeranian Husky mix, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
But they're more the size of a Pomeranian. They're not much bigger. Jen says, I'm so excited for next week. Cannot wait.
It's getting closer, girl. It's getting closer.
We still got to get some odds and ends. We got to get the turkeys, taters. That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, I got a call from one of the brokers where I work here at Bennett. He called me up and said, gee, I got a pretty good deal for you, man. I said, Victor, I'd love to do it, but I've got to wait till after Thanksgiving.
After the holiday.
So he goes, I got you covered. I got you something else. How's that? So we'll be sharing that news here pretty soon.
He had plan A and then plan B.
Yes, yeah, no plan A, plan B, and C.
Oh, okay, I wasn't on the phone call.
We had to opt for plan C.
Bonnie says, Mudflap is a great addition. He is. He fits in great with our 2 meatballs. And Laylee said we should call them the Fantastic 3.
I still haven't got no suggestions on where we should go. I'll tell you what's on my mind. I thought about taking you guys to Graceland. We got any Elvis fans? I asked that the other day. Any Elvis fans? I thought about just stopping in Graceland. We're going to be going right by there.
I want to stop.
I've been there before. Mrs. G's never been.
I have not been there. And you were there. It was a long time ago.
It's expensive, though.
Stacey Grammy says, I want a small fur baby female.
I think anything you do anymore is expensive.
Breeding is expensive. Italian Princess says, I just finished all my Thanksgiving shopping.
Oh, awesome.
That's good. There's just
I still got to pick up the
turkeys we've got to pick up. So we figured we put that off till this week coming
Italian
up.
Princess says, I would love a Graceland field trip.
I'm excited.
Tom says that would be awesome. Cindy says she's been there. It's a 2-day trip.
Cheryl says, love y'all's fur babies. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Alan says, that would be awesome.
The only problem we have with doing the Graceland, they don't allow videoing in the mansion or any of the attractions or the gift shops. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to put together a video. We can take some bunch of pictures, and then we can do some video outside of the fence. Mm-hmm. And, I've got a pretty good camera that can really zoom in. And so we can get a good picture or a good video outside of the fence and
the perimeter.
Show Graceland itself and the planes. We can do it from outside.
Yeah.
But was that me or?
I don't think so. I think someone pulled up.
We're actually staying in a pretty sketchy place. I didn't realize it was this sketchy. I've stayed at Baymonts before, but the one here is pretty sketchy.
It's pretty sketchy. So the conversation goes like this last night. G's outside and he's out there, and I took the pups out, brought them back in, and I go out there and I'm talking to him while he's sitting in the truck, and all of a sudden some lady starts yelling.
No, she was
like
somebody's killing her,
inconsolable, yelling, bawling.
I told Mrs. G I think somebody died.
And he goes, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. There's a couple over there having a fight, and words were said, and then the next thing you know, there's
it's way long. Okay,
sorry,
I just fill it in. The girl starts walking down the road here, or down the parking lot, and I could hear her saying something, and she's saying, "He's gone. I'm heading to the lobby.
I'll call 911 when I get to the lobby.
I'll call 911 when I get to the lobby." And there's this Mexican feller in this white van with really blacked out windows, kind of like the one, kind of like the one I had when I met Mrs. G with the big bag of candy, one of them kind of vans. And he looks over at me and he goes, and I looked over at him and I go, so he rolls his window down, and me, I'm friendly. I walk on over, He goes, what's going on?
So G's over there talking to him. Meanwhile, I'm messaging to the kids in our family chat. I said, Dad has us staying at this sketch hotel. And so, go ahead.
Okay. So I walk over to the van and I start talking to the fella. We start talking. His name was Jose. Really
He's
cool,
really nice
good
guy.
You know, he's here at the hotel. He's working, putting in carpet here. And we start to, you know,
Conversation.
shoot the shit, excuse my language, and he goes, you want a beer? I said, he had a Corona there. So yeah, I'll take a beer. And I don't drink much, you know that, guys. So he goes and hands me a beer, and I'm thinking, hell, it's been a long time since I had a Corona. I'm sitting there, wait a minute, I can't get this thing up. I go, you got a bottle opener? He goes, here, let me show you how to do it Mexican style. He grabs a seatbelt and
You
pops it
tell
off.
me that part.
Yeah, he pops it off. And so I'm sitting there drinking a beer and talking with him, and we're just having a good conversation. And meanwhile, she's over there on the phone with the kids.
The kids are like not even typing no more. They're sending voice messages. Dad is not allowed to pick the hotel anymore. You know, you guys need to get out of there now. And then all of a sudden,
Mrs. G says he's over there talking to some random guy in a van.
Yes.
In a white van.
And then Mook's like, tell Dad to stay away from the van. G turns around and comes towards me because I'm standing in the doorway with the door
So
open.
basically, instead
a beer.
of me picking up Mrs. G with a bag of candy, I think Jose was trying to pick me up with a Corona. He almost had me.
He walked away with the beer. So I messaged the kids. I'm like, okay, your dad walked away. You know, he finished talking to the guy in the van. He's got a beer now. Don't drink the beer.
Mateo, how you doing, buddy? No, really nice guy.
He was a really nice fella. We actually seen him this morning. He was taking his little schnauzer puppy outside to use the bathroom. You just never know, you know, when you'll meet somebody that's friendly. Italian Princess says Mexican style.
I was about to go back out of the, you know, for a second beer, I'll get in the van.
Hilda says, skip Graceland, come to Gatlinburg and see the Christmas lights.
Oh. That's a little further the other direction. I got to get back for the Truckers' Holidays for Thanksgiving. We still got to buy all the turkeys, and I got to start brining them. You know, the day before,
guys. And then we're watching a Yoda on Wednesday. Mook's dropping him off on Tuesday night, and then
watch
Squishy will be there
Wednesday.
Squishy
22nd, right?
We're watching Yoda on Wednesday. Mandy's dropping him off Tuesday night, and Bub is coming down and watching Squish.
Vice versa, we were supposed to watch Squish Tuesday,
and
then
we have
Wednesday.
Yes,
that's what I just said.
No, you said.
I said the day before Thanksgiving. Wednesday is the day before Thanksgiving.
Yoda, we're watching. Good Lord, we're watching Yoda
Squish,
Wednesday.
we were watching. That's what I said.
That's not what you said.
We're watching Squish on Wednesday.
You said
and
Squish
Yoda
on
Tuesday.
You said Squish on Wednesday.
Is vice versa?
Yes.
Okay, whatever I said.
Whatever. Just honey hush.
Watch the babies.
Honey hush.
And we just will take them both. How's that?
Yeah. Well, Bub will be there. He can help us.
Yeah, we'll just let Bub do
it. Sexy Grammy says
Did
you
you
can come
wear
through
colors?
Central Illinois.
Did you wear your colors to the Hotel G? Yeah, great.
Alex Jaco says, hey, geez, looks like you had an awesome day today.
I had my pink on today. West Side? Or how's that go? I don't even know how to do it.
West Side. Oh my goodness. Katina says, hello everyone. Next Saturday, I'll be going to my friend's funeral. Sweetheart, our prayers are with you and your friend's family, sweetie.
I'm just one of them guys. I can walk right in the middle of any ghetto and make friends.
Trisha says, hello from Wisconsin. Be safe. DF2 Studios says, your newest dog is adorable.
Oh, right on.
Thank you. Robin says, looks like Mudflap is adjusting well. He is. He's
I can walk in the middle of the body and
boundaries.
make friends. It doesn't matter where I go. I can make friends.
Yeah, he's definitely learning his boundaries. I feed them all three at the same time, simultaneously. And he kind of wanders over towards TT, and Mooch still does it too. He wanders over towards TT, and she just kind of lets out a growl and get away from my food.
Ann wants to know, where's Mudflap? All the pups are sleeping.
They're sleeping in their cribs. Jay just says, last night was the Fantasy Lights Parade.
Right on.
Oh, that's cool. I know the kids, a couple weekends ago, they took Squish to go see the Christmas parade.
Hilda says, good night, going to watch the J6 Vigil. Okay, Hilda, you have a good night, sweetheart.
John Zahedi said, Nick said, hello, Trucker G.
How you doing,
Aww, baby? She's getting so big.
Anna loves the name Mudflap.
She's snorting.
Yeah.
Here she goes. Sexy Grammy says, Mrs. G, I heard Mudpig and his wife had twins. That's all I know. Have you heard anything? I have not heard anything, but congratulations to them. A says, thanks, Bonnie. Alan says, hello, G's. Happy upcoming holidays. The same to you,
Oh, that's awesome. Eddie said I had bought 2 pie pumpkins and got 3 cups of puree with the seeds. I made 1 batch with the G-spot seasoning and the second batch with the sweet spot seasoning. Oh, awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Cindy said I stayed at one of those rooms before, pushed the table against the door. I ain't too worried about it.
We got Mooch and TT right there.
I got Mrs. G.
And I've got my purse, if you know what I mean. Bonnie
Jeff,
says,
how you doing,
Ace,
brother?
We are family here. DF2 Studio says they have this new AI robot dog. Wonder how your dogs would react to an AI robot dog.
I have no idea.
Well, Mooch would probably turn and run. TT would probably want to take it on, and I'm not sure how Mudflap would do with it.
Mudflap probably don't want nothing to do with it.
Probably not. He probably
He had a couple Frenchies come over today, and they come to visit. And the one kind of barked at Mudflap a little bit. Mudflap said,
he took off.
He didn't want no part of it.
They were adorable. JJ says we have the Festival of Lights going on here through January 7th. That's cool.
Tyler, that's good to hear, brother. He said he's in Washington, heading for Montana, and Thanksgiving with the kids.
Awesome. Sexy Grammy says TT is sleeping good. She is. And Mooch has his leg all hiked up, and she's using him as a pillow.
Yeah, like I said, the field trip thing, thinking about going to Graceland, but I'm kind of cross between should we go to Graceland or should we go to Sun Studios?
Frank said that Sun Studios would be a cool stop. Remember when we talked to him?
I don't think we'll have time to do both because it's Sunday.
Yeah, true, traffic and all that.
We'll have to see how it goes. Mrs. G's kind of leaning towards Graceland.
Actually, I was leaning towards Sun Studios.
Oh yeah,
yes.
We'll have to see if they're open and stuff. I don't know. We'll have to research it.
Yeah, because that's like where it all started.
Yeah,
right there. That would be really cool to see it. Just saying.
If you could see it.
We can. Frank said we could.
I
see it.
don't know if it's open Sunday. You might just be able to see the outside.
I don't know. We'll have to talk to Frank. Ace says yes. We are Bonnie, and the G's and the G-Force family helped me through this year, losing 2 fur babies and now a friend. Sweetheart, we're always here for you. JJ says Squish and Yoda would love to see the lights here. Yeah, the boys really like the lights. Mook called me earlier today because Yoda had another basketball game today, and she ended up having
7 days a week.
And so Cody took him to his basketball game. She's like, your grandson. I'm like, oh no, that does not sound good when you say your grandson. Apparently Yoda was throwing elbows. So did he get kicked out of the game? She said, nope. She's like, I said, well, he's playing defense. And she's like, as soon as that ball's loose on the ground, he's down there in it. I said, that's good. Good for him.
Sun Studios is cheaper.
I want to go to Sun Studios. That was the start for a lot of singers. It's the heart of it all. Dr. Pepper Drinker says, you ready for next week? We're actually, when we get home, we've got to scramble and get just a few last minute things that we need to pick up, and then start prepping and start getting ready for it. And we're gonna start cooking early or late on Wednesday nights. Sexy Grammy says Sun Studios open at 10 a.m.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing here.
Alex Jaco says surprise us. Trisha says, do we do stars to help out for Thanksgiving? I'm a trucker, and to help out the ones that can't get home. Yes, you can.
If you'd like to, yeah, that'd be great.
Stars if you would like to.
It.
Karen says, when will you get the sweet G-Spot coming out? Gotta order 4 bottles if you ever get it. Would love to try it.
Last time I asked if anybody would like us to sell some on here. Right now, I have no plans to really put it out and bottle it and with labels and everything, because the cost of us doing that is a little higher than what I can afford to do right now.
At the moment.
We can't afford to open start another line of seasoning, or another seasoning in the line.
Another product, yes.
Another product. But if somebody was wanting the sweet spot, I can actually make it myself, my recipe, and bottle it myself, but it just won't have no label. Yeah. And if anybody's interested in doing that, let me know, and we'll do a live sometime this week, and we can sell it that way if you guys are interested.
Dennis says, yes, Sun Studios is open Sundays. Just looked it up.
Yeah, that's what I was just checking. That's why I was in my phone for a second. Sorry about that, guys.
Bonnie says, FYI, hubby celebrated 10 years of having a kidney transplant. That's awesome.
DF2 Studios. No, I have not been to the Biltmore Estates, but I would love to go. That sounds really interesting. It's got a lot of history to it. I can't remember where it's at, but
I don't remember either.
I looked it up before, and I can't remember. I've slept since then.
Karen says, yes. Donnie says, Sun Studios, they're open Sunday through Thursday from 10 to 5.
I'll have to look and see if we can video there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like with Graceland, they don't allow you to video there.
But we can take a bunch of pictures and get some videos from outside and put it all together and do a video.
DF2 says North Carolina is where
I thought so. I just didn't want to say it and be wrong.
Jennifer Dyke says, I just looked it up. It looks awesome. Oh. Sexy Grammy says, yes, go to Sun Studios. I've not been there.
No.
I'm excited. Pam says, hello, everyone. I was able to help Truckers Holidays. I'm excited. Yes, and thank you, sweetheart.
Donnie says tickets are $15. For what, Sun Studios? I'm showing 20. But that's still not bad.
Not compared to some other stuff. Sherry says, Biltmore, awesome. When go in, ask them to stamp pass for 2 days.
Huh.
James says, thumbs up to you from Ripley,
Tennessee. How you doing, buddy?
That's much too. He's snoring.
Rhonda says, I have pictures of the graves that someone gave me. I'm kind of at a loss now. What graves? Biltmore or? Oh, the graves at Graceland. Duh. Yeah. Last time I went, and it's been a decade or so, a little more longer than that, almost a couple decades ago.
It's been quite some time.
I ended up almost getting kicked out of the place.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to video, and what
this
I do.
Was before cell phones.
I was videoing.
Yeah, he was videoing.
I had a camera that took pictures and did video before I had
cell phone.
Yeah.
Doreen says, I sent you a box. Will arrive on Monday, USPS. All right, we'll keep an eye out for it. And thank you, sweetheart. Shar says, hi, my G-Force family. Love you guys and the pups. Much love to you, sweetie.
Maggie says, please be careful. Crime in Memphis is way up. Yeah, yes. Crime in Memphis is bad. That's all right. I fit right in.
Jeff Triggs, thank you for the stars, hon. Star Sloop. Laura says, Elvis. Debbie says, hello, G's. Thank you for bringing us with today. Actually, we've got some more stuff for you guys, too, that we'll post up tomorrow as well.
Eric and Pam say, if you do make some sweet spot, we will purchase. Appreciate you, brother.
John Dillard, thank you for the stars, hon. Star Sloop.
Thank you, brother.
Let's see. Sean Wilson says, hey, I'm a godmother. Well, congratulations to you. That's an awesome honor. Ace says, I've never been to Graceland or Sun Studios. Well, neither have. Well, I've never been to either.
If we leave early enough, we might be able to fit both in.
What time are you thinking? You said you wanted to be out
there. If I leave here at 6, we could be there probably around 12:30, 1 o'clock, because we've got to stop and get fuel.
Yeah.
Stop and take the pups out. And
yeah, the usual.
Yeah, so that'll put us there around noon, 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Okay. We can do that.
I'll have to just kind of play it by ear.
He'll trip plan tonight, I'm telling you what. As soon as we end the live, he'll be on his phone trying to figure it all out.
Well, if we leave right now, honey.
No, I'm tired. Philip, thank you for the stars, hon. Star Sloop.
Thank you, brother.
Ace says, I've seen pictures of my uncle driving Elvis to the stage at the HLSNR. He was the head of security. I'll share it on the G-Force page.
That's pretty cool.
That is awesome. John Diller says, hi, G's and everybody. I'm finishing up my road trip in Winslow and will visit the Petrified Forest tomorrow.
Frank said we only need an hour at each place.
Okay. Question. Can G-Force members help out at the Truckers Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Yes.
Would love to have you.
Yes.
Who was asking?
John Diller.
Yep. Would love to have you, brother.
Lori says, hello, G's. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. And the same to you, sweetheart.
Thank you. You also.
Jennifer Dyke says, you guys get a good night's rest and then leave. That's what I'm saying. But, we'll rest so long and then...
It'll be about 4 hours from now. I'll be like, all right, it's time to get. I slept.
Sue McGee says, holiday stars.
Thank you,
Sue, for the stars. Star salute. Oh, my.
Oh, did I tell him what the shirt said?
Size matters.
Size matters, apparently. If I hold it up, it makes my beard look longer.
It does. Extension. Dennis, thank you for the stars, hon. Star salute.
Thank you, brother.
Bonnie says, happy Thanksgiving to the G's and the G-Force family. Same to you guys. We got a big week ahead of us.
Yes. Timothy said when I started at Great Coastal, we had a yard across from Graceland. Oh, that's awesome.
Neat. JJ says, I still can't get on the G-Force page. I don't know, sweetheart.
I don't run that page, so I know nothing about it.
Might reach out to Sue or Yvonne or Ash and see if maybe by chance they can figure it out for you.
John Diller says, cue up the Paul Simon song. What song is that, John?
Dawn says, I had my first great grandbaby, October 27th.
And I know I probably should know the answer to that already. I'm just going blank.
Donnie Holbrook says, star salute, LOL.
He said, oh, star salute. John, when you said Paul Simon, the first thing that came to mind was Kodachrome.
Really?
Yes. Me and Julio down at schoolyard. Different one.
Sue says, love that shirt, G. My nose is kind of stuffy. Oh, brought to you.
There you go, baby. Yawn.
Dr. Thunder.
Yeah, I had to share.
Yes. John says,
I don't think I've heard that.
Is the title.
I don't think I've heard that one, John.
Or
I might have and just didn't know the name of it.
You probably heard of it. Sue says, can I have the name of the person wanting to get on the page, please? JJ Jubert, Sue.
JJ Juber.
Carol, thank you for the stars, hon. Star salute.
Thank you, sweetheart.
JJ, Sue's going to see if she can help you out, sweetheart.
Did you ever text truck parking?
No, I forgot.
Truckparking.com. Oops.
No, I forgot.
Eddie said, I sent you all a card yesterday. Okay, Eddie, when we get home.
We'll keep an eye out for it.
It'll probably meet us when we get there. Thank you, sweetheart.
Trisha says, how do I do stars? I don't have PayPal.
I'm not sure how that works, Trisha. Maybe somebody else here can answer.
John says, or.
Said what?
He says, or.
Or what?
That's it, or. Sue says, JJ Jubert, yes. You've got it correct, Sue.
Philip says they're delivering in New Jersey tomorrow and one more load going back towards the house and then headed home for the holidays. Right on.
Awesome.
You be safe.
You and Mom be careful out there.
Good evening, Gene.
John says, or going to Graceland.
I don't know that one.
To Google that. Eric and Pam says, Eric needs a black shirt with a gray beard. That's funny. TT is zonked, I'm telling you.
Well, if I put it up far enough, it almost takes the gray out of my beard.
Yeah, it does. Pam says, been alone for 5 days. My brother took a friend goose hunting, and his friend was getting in truck. Shot himself in the foot.
Oh no.
He's going to be okay. Glad you were on live. Thank you. We will be praying for your brother's friend. That's no way to start a hunting trip.
It reminds me of my cousin Jimmy.
Oh goodness.
Heck, I was pretty young back then, but back in the 70s, Mom was making a trip to go pick up Grandpa. Actually, Mom went to go meet my Uncle Smokey in South Dakota.
Story.
And it's kind of going to be a little bit of a long story. Well, they went to go meet my Uncle Smokey, and Mom goes. He lived in a trailer. He was actually an old. He was a rodeo star. You know, he was a hell of a rodeo bronc rider and bulls, and he was just a crazy old feller, kind of a legend in them parts. So Dad wanted to take her to go meet Uncle Smokey. Uncle Smokey lived in a little trailer back in the 70s, and so they go and knock on the door, and Uncle Smokey wouldn't answer, and well, couldn't get a hold of Uncle Smokey. There was no cell phones or even phones, you know. Uncle Smokey didn't have no phone. And so Dad kind of broke into the place, and they found Uncle Smokey he had passed away. So that's how Mom got to meet Uncle Smokey. Well, they were supposed to be picking up my grandpa and my grandma and taking them back to California. Grandma and Grandpa didn't get along very well. If you got Grandma and Grandpa together, I mean, it was just one big fight, and that's all you'd hear is them bickering back and forth, and it was never good words, believe me. It was always something
very colorful.
Very, very colorful. And it was always, yo, son of a, yeah, it was bad. It was almost hilarious. But Mom could only take it so much. She goes, you know what? You get in that truck, you get in that car with me, and I don't want to hear another damn word out of either one of you.
Like they're kids.
Yeah. So Mom took Grandma with her, and Grandpa went with
Dad.
No, he actually, they went and put him on a plane, is what it was.
Oh.
They put him on a plane back because Grandpa was hard. He was hard to deal with, believe me. And so Dad was riding with my cousin Jimmy in the old '68 Dodge, Grandpa's old '68 Dodge truck. And I said mine because it's my truck now. And they were going to drive it back to California. Well, Jimmy got it in his head that he was going to shoot jackrabbits out the window of the truck with a little .25. Well, Jimmy's pointing this .25 out the window, and Jimmy shoots off his damn finger. They're 100 miles away from a hospital. They stop the truck. Mom's following behind in the Roadrunner, 70 Roadrunner, with Grandma. Jimmy's crying. I shot my damn finger off. Shot my finger off. Mom looked at him. I don't want to hear a damn word out of you. You open your damn mouth again, I'll beat your ass. Excuse my language. Mom was 5 foot nothing. She was 5 foot nothing, and she was full of meanness. And she done had it with Grandma and Grandpa. She done had it with the trip. She went to go meet Uncle Smokey. He was dead. South Dakota. She had enough of South Dakota, and she sure didn't want to deal with Jimmy's finger getting blowed off. She goes, if you're stupid enough to shoot your damn finger off, you're lucky you ain't dead. I don't want to hear it.
Oh my God.
Well, Jimmy wasn't shooting out the window. Jimmy was actually had the gun, was messing around with it, and shot through the floorboard. There's still a hole in the floorboard, by the way. But yeah, it was all but nothing but bad. Yeah, Mom was mean. Let me tell you.
She's
sweetest lady you'll ever meet.
Yes.
But don't piss her off.
No.
And she had no sympathy for Jimmy at all. She's laughing because she knows how bad my mom is.
Like you say, she's little petite little thing, but.
One of my favorite stories with Mom is right before she had passed away. She had colon cancer, stage 4, and it was bad. It was real bad. And she was in a lot of pain. But she wanted to come and see her kids, and she wanted to come see the grandbabies, and she had her own place there in Missouri. She lived in Phoenix, but she'd come to her house in Missouri because that was her plan to move to this house that she just bought. And so we were all over there visiting, and I was drinking a beer, and I had set the beer down and walked outside, came back in, and took a swig of this beer. I swallowed a damn fly, and I started gagging.
And I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, I'm about to puke.
Yeah.
So I swallowed a damn fly.
He's about to puke.
And I've got a weak stomach.
Mom's on the porch.
She's on the couch.
Oh, that's right. She's on the couch.
She's on the couch, and she's dying of laughter. You couldn't even talk to her because
No.
all she could do
We
was
lost
laugh.
her.
It was like, ow, because it hurt so bad for her to laugh, but she could not stop laughing.
And she could.
And all I could do is sit there and gag
happened.
and go outside and start puking. And all she could do is laugh. I'm puking, I'm gagging, I'm about to die, and she's just.
And no one knows what's going on.
She's
what
worthless.
happened because.
Only one that don't know was me and her. I'm gagging, I'm puking, and she's laughing.
But yeah, me and the kids had no idea. Regan had no idea what was going on. But Mom's laughing, and we'd always say, you done lost Mom, because she laughed so hard. She make this like little clicking noise when she laughed real hard, and you couldn't get no response out of her. Tears rolling down her eyes, everything. But
It was a great memory, though. Oh, sorry, guys. I just had to share it.
they were both useless.
Yes. Me and my mom was my best friend. She really was. Me and her, we got into all kinds of stuff together. Hell, I was in junior high, and back then, it was a cool thing to have an earring and all that stuff. And I ended up getting an earring. Yeah, Truckers, you had an earring.
He did.
It was cool back then. Well, you wasn't allowed to wear earrings at school. Big schools, big rough schools. It was where the white boy was the minority. But with all that being said, I didn't get along with the superintendent. They called him the dean. He was the dean of the school. And I told my mom actually paid for me to go get the earring done. We were poor folks, so her to pay for something for me to get done, that took out of her budget, and it was a big deal. And she kept telling me, no, you can't, you're not doing it. She finally broke down and said, you know what, I'm going to take you down and we're going to go do this.
Done.
So she paid to have it done. And so by then, I didn't give you the money. I paid for this, and I don't want to hear nothing out of them. Well, you weren't allowed to wear earrings to school. So what I did is I put thread in my ear to keep the hole open. And I didn't wear the earring to school because against the rules to wear an earring. Didn't say nothing about thread. And the dean said, or the teacher sent me to the dean, and the dean basically told me I had to take that thread out of there. I said, I ain't doing it. He said, you're going to do it or you're going to get expelled. I said, you do what you got to do. My mom paid a lot of money for this. To us, that was a lot of money. And he goes, well, how about if I just call your mom? I said, you know what? Why don't you just call her? Because she thinks you're a fucking dick too. Excuse me. I didn't, excuse my language, but that's what I told him. My mom he ended up calling her, and she come and picked me up that day. She had to take off work. And then I thought I was in trouble. I looked at Mom, and she goes, what'd you tell him? And I told her exactly what I said. I said, all right. We went outside. We left the school. I got suspended. And guess where we went? We went to Arby's. She said, Cheryl, Mark. And she goes, that's funny, but don't do it again. Well, with that being said, that's not really the funny part of the story. That day, we were leaving, and there was this big old Samoan guy that cut her off. And this guy was 500 pounds, probably 8 foot tall. He was just a big old boy. Well, she gets out of the car and walks up to him, and she's up.
She's little guy.
And she was ready to whip this boy's ass. He got back in his car. Probably because she was some crazy white woman. I don't know. But she's a little woman. She's giving him what for?
Looking up at him.
And I think, oh, hell.
Just some of the stories that your mom used to tell, you just crack me.
I've seen her hold 4 guys at gunpoint on the ground.
That was one of them.
She did too.
Oh. Bonnie says she sounds like me. Love her heart.
She was something else, let me tell you.
Mustang Sally says sounds like me, Alabama.
I wish I could have introduced her to all you guys. You would have got a kick out of her.
Yeah.
She was just something else. You never had to worry about where you stood with her because she'd just tell you.
Because Mom would tell you. She'd tell you like it was. Philip says the memory is always to remember. Go remember with our family. It's always a blessing. And Donnie says most of us have dysfunctional families. LOL. Great story. I love stories.
I've seen her almost kill a few people. Put it that way.
Laura said, precious memories. Yes.
She almost killed a drunk in Marshfield. No, I'm serious.
I believe it.
Somebody broke into our house. I was just a kid, and somebody broke in the house, and she came into the bedroom where his kids were, and had the gun, and we could hear him coming in. And she said, "You come any further through that? You come through this door, and I'm gonna freaking kill you." Mm-hmm. And she was ready to kill him. I think what he realized is he got the wrong house because he was drunk, and he left. He left real quick.
He's like, "Man, I'm just trying to go home." DM2 Studios says, "Love the stories you tell. Continue." Joe Nagy.
Hell, she almost killed my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
He came over to the house drunk, was gonna whoop on my sister.
That didn't happen.
And she called 911. She goes, "If you guys don't get here pretty quick, you're just gonna have to send an ambulance because he's gonna be dead."
Mm-hmm. Mom didn't play around.
And he was a big old feller.
Joe Nagy says, "Hello, great Patriots."
Joe, how you doing, brother?
Joe. Rebecca says, "Been a long day. Thank you for the laughs." You're welcome.
Mom was one heck of a pistol, Jennifer Duck.
Jean says, "Very precious memories." Matt says, "I'm not reading that, Matt." Cheyenne's laughing. Douglas says, "Good evening. Hope you are doing well." And TT, Mooch, and Mudflap. Doing good, hon. Doing good. Just, smiling.
Mrs. G's mom was something else.
My mom was mean.
She was hard to get along with.
My mom was mean. It was her way. It was going to be her way and only her way, and no one's going to tell her nothing different. That's it. You did.
I could tell her something different.
You did the very first time. And I held my breath because I've got three brothers.
Should I tell the story?
Yes, I have three brothers that had, each of them had a wife. And the sister-in-laws would try to go up against mom, and that didn't fly.
No.
She did not back down. She did not listen. They were not getting their way. They were not saying nothing.
I don't know what happened that day, but me and Miss G, this was after Miss G got pregnant, and we were really young.
We were young.
And I came home from work.
I don't remember what happened.
I can't remember exactly what happened, but all shit was hitting the fan.
Mm-hmm. Mom was fit to be tied.
Her mom's just going 100 miles an hour, just yelling at me for something. I don't think it was even thinking I really even did wrong.
No,
she was just
pissed
mad.
off at something.
She was just mad, and I listened to everything she said. I went to go speak, and she started yelling at me again. I listened to everything she said. I went to go speak. She started yelling at me again. Well, it happened about 3 or 4 times. I was taught to respect my elders.
Yes.
And the 5th time I went to go speak and she started yelling, I finally told her, shut the F up.
My dad was...
And her dad's right there. Her dad's
there.
one of them guys that if you talk bad to Mrs. G's mom, he's 5'0", he's this little guy, but you get him pissed off and he's going to come at you. Don't matter how big you are, who you are.
Now, if that would have been the sister-in-laws that just said that to my mom, my dad would have been right there.
So I tell her, you know what? Shut the F up. It's my turn to talk. I've sat here and I've listened to you go off on me and go off on me and go off on me. It's time for you to sit there and now it's time for you to listen. And I told her just like, I think I said it a little meaner than that.
You did say it.
I said it mean. And her dad sat right there and didn't say a damn word.
No.
So I knew I was in the right when he didn't get up. Because I knew he'd get up. I'm thinking, man, I don't want to have to fight this guy. I love him to death.
No,
but ever since then, me and Mrs. G got along. Me and her mom got along great. I'm the only one that could talk to her and joke around with her and actually make her laugh.
And get her to do things that were out of her comfort zone.
Oh, I got her shooting guns. She was totally against guns. I got her to eat fish. She hated fish. She would do anything I asked her to do.
But
Mrs. G was pregnant. Well, she was pregnant and she went into labor. Yeah. Well, it was false labor to find out, but we all jumped at me and Mrs. G and her mom got in
the Cadillac.
And her mom and dad's Cadillac, and we got Mrs. G in there, and we were heading to the hospital. And I looked at her mom. I said, "Now listen, buckle up. And I don't want to hear you say a word."
Oh,
she goes, "Just get her there." I said, "I'm going to get her there, but I need you to sit there in that passenger seat or in that back seat I need you to buckle up, and I need you to just keep your mouth shut.
Because my mom was...
So we did about 140 all the way to Riverside County Memorial, or Riverside County Hospital.
What you call it? Parkview.
Parkview, yes.
But like when it came to that,
she didn't say a word.
My mom was bad. She'd sit in the passenger seat while my dad was driving, and you need to slow down. Slow down. You just pass the stop. She was the worst backseat driver ever. Especially with my brothers when they were driving her somewhere. Oh, that was unheard of. She would just the whole time correct everything. So that's why.
No, if I went with them, I drove.
He did.
I'll go, but I'm driving.
That. Mom wouldn't say nothing.
No, I'm not driving. I'm driving your Cadillac. And then get the back seat, and Miss G sit in the front seat. And
the thing is, no.
Or usually it was me and your dad up in the front seat,
and me and mom in the back seat. Yeah. My sister-in-laws never stood up to mom. They tried to argue with her and to overpower her with words and everything like that. They never actually stood up to my mom. And when he stood up to my mom, and she knew she was wrong because, she's yelling in his face, going off, and she's seeing red, and she ain't listening to nobody because, like I said, it was her way, and only her way.
And I wasn't nothing but a kid back then,
yeah.
So. I think the funny story, I remember your mom was when she got real sick and she couldn't remember very well. And I kept trying to order her candy.
Chocolates, my mom.
I ordered chocolate. Her mom loved chocolates. I ordered chocolates 5 times. And
stupid Amazon.
Amazon kept sending it, but they wouldn't knock on the door. So every time she got the chocolates, they were melted. Melted, she lives in Phoenix,
full of ants.
In the middle of summer. And you expect chocolate to sit outside?
It was bad. The first time they delivered them to the front door. And my parents don't answer the front door. And we give them specific direction. Go to the side door. And then we told my dad, have the kids keep an eye out for the delivery. Mom's getting chocolates. Gerald sending mom chocolates. And it kept going and going and going. And
I finally got her chocolates. Mm-hmm. But then I come to the house to visit about a month later. She goes, "Did you bring me ice cream?"
I called her one day to wish her a happy birthday. She's, "Oh, thank you, mija.
Happy
Mother's Day."
Yeah, happy Mother's Day.
I was like, "Okay, Mom, we're good."
So after that, it didn't matter what holiday it was. It's always Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Christmas, we'd tell her Happy Easter.
And she'd laugh.
She goes, "Oh, it's Easter?"
She'd laugh and laugh. Eric and Pam says, "So how did you two actually meet? I have one version and Pam heard something else." So
it was a white van, no windows, on a dark, dreary, stormy night, and a large bag of candy. The rest was history.
Yeah, you tell that story.
We've been together for 32 years now. Buy the right chocolates, and it's love in the making.
John Smith says, "Chocolate-covered ants. They're good."
Sue says, "Stars for laughs." Thank you, Sue. Star salute.
And I know we missed a couple other star salutes. So star salute. Yeah, I was talking to my dad. And he did the same thing Mom did because his memory's starting to go a little bit. I called and I wished him.
Yes, John, down by the river.
I called him. What did I wish him happy birthday? And he said, he told me he thought it was my birthday when it was his birthday. So, Sexy Grammy says, "Are we ever going to hear the real story, G?"
I told the real story. It was actually my cousin that introduced us.
Yep. Dee.
My little cousin Dee Dee.
Me and her best friends. Mike says 32 awesome years.
It's been a long time.
It has.
Char says, "Can you please keep my nephew in your prayers? He is in the hospital, passing away." We definitely will, Char.
Sweetheart, and your family.
Sorry to hear that.
Dr. Pepper Drinker says, "Frank, go as well." Ace says, "At least on one losing their false teeth up in someone." Matt says,
"Don't even bother with Matt." I proofread, Matt.
I was proofreading. JJ says, "Sue, I just added you."
Sexy Granny said, "Well, I didn't hear that." Well, you heard it now.
I wish we could get up to Washington to go see Dee. That would be nice. Cindy B.
First time I met Mrs. J, I was driving my 1968 Dodge truck.
Oh, yeah.
And I still got it.
Yeah, you still got it.
Matt Dill says, easy now.
He used to he'd to come over to Dee's house to see me, and me and Dee went walking down the road, and here comes G in his '68 pickup,
looking all good like this,
with his three best friends, two best friends, Mark and John, right?
Oh yeah, partners in crime.
All three of them sitting on the bench seat of the truck, and as soon as they seen me,
they got out.
They knew that they had to kick
You
rocks.
guys get in the back. You guys get in the back or walk.
Dennis said, "Did your kids get their deers this year?" Cody got one. Got a deer. Moog didn't see
get
anything.
one. She was a little upset.
She was very upset. And Yoda said, he turned and looked at Cody when he was sitting in the deer stand and the tree stand. He said, "Dad, I love you, love you, love you, but deer hunting is boring.
It's very boring.
Can we go back to the camper?"
He held out for a little bit.
He did. He ate beef. He ate deer jerky.
He's only
and
5.
snacks. He did good. It was cute, though, the way he broke it to him. "I love you, love you, love you, but deer hunting is boring. Can we go back to the camper now?" And Cody said he made it longer than I expected.
He did good. Jennifer Duck says, "What were you wearing that day, Marianne?" Jennifer Duck, better question is, how long were you wearing it that
The first time I met G over at Dee's house, he wouldn't even talk to me.
No, you gotta play cool.
He's like, "Okay."
What up?
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
What's up, girl? What's up, girl? Made you want me even more now, didn't it? You're here with me now, ain't you?
Yes, after all them years.
Gotta play cool.
Gotta play cool.
What's up, girl?
I just walked right past him.
What's up, girl? Sexy Granny says, "What state are you in?" We're in Georgia.
We're in
Georgia.
Oh. Nice try, Matt. John Diller says, easy now.
Eddie says, "Is there any word on Joe Denny?" Joe Denny is going home. He's not able to fly, so his wife is...
Kelly rented a car.
Yeah, she rented a car.
And they were Joplin bound.
They're going to take back to Joplin. He wasn't able to fly because of his lungs.
Because of the collapsed lungs.
Yeah, so that's awesome to hear.
He looks good. He looks different, but he looks good. Oh, he's ready to fly the coop. He must have been climbing the walls, ready.
Mary
to
said,
get
"It doesn't
out
look like you're not. Doesn't look like you're not home tonight." No, we're in a motel.
That kind of looks.
Matt Dale says, "Trucker G Spot. That can't."
Vivian says that's awesome.
I think it blocked him though from saying it. We didn't do that.
No, it shows.
Up here it showed like really faint.
Real faint. Frank says Joe got that alien
look going on. Yeah, so we had great news today. I mean, that was another thing I didn't mention. Joe going home, Tiffany Smith in remission from her cancer, and Charles Bundy.
Yeah.
Showing clear of cancer.
The first time we met Joe Denny, he didn't have a beard. John Diller says, "Nice try, Matt. Must have some kind of backstory."
I want to thank you all for all your prayers.
Yes,
I owe a world of gratitude to you.
He says he's getting ready to start physical therapy on Monday, and he's ready to get physical therapy done and over with and get back out there.
The power of prayer is real. I don't care if you believe in it or if you don't. I've watched it move mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta make you want to cry, you know what I mean?
God is good.
Every day.
Beth says Joe's great. Joe's a great guy. He is. He's a sweetie.
You don't get much better than Joe. I mean, whether you like him or not, you never have to worry about where you stand with Joe.
Joe Nagy says Bennett has a nice place down there. I bet.
Well, we spent most of the time, almost all the time, over at the Atlanta Speedway.
Yeah, the Motor Speedway here.
Yeah.
Darlene Chandler says, "Great news, geez. Sweetheart, we have Jeff in our prayers, sweetie. I haven't talked to you in a few days." Excuse me. A said it should said At least no one is losing their false teeth up in someone.
Darlene, how's Jeff doing, sweetheart?
That's why I was saying I hadn't talked to her in a few
Yes.
days. Nancy says, definitely power of prayer. So grateful he is headed home. Rebecca says, God is so good. Updating our prayer group this evening. Well, thank you, sweetheart. Cindy B says, do you know anything about how the trucker that was involved in the crash on I-40 East New Mexico about 10 days ago?
I have not heard on that
Have
one.
not heard, sweetie. John says prayers.
It's
Your finger.
my hand.
Oh wait, your palm. Okay, so G has been watching, what was it, Reels on YouTube or was it on Facebook?
Something like that. I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest
The
with you.
chiropractor.
Oh,
The chiropractor.
he does that ring dinger.
Ring dinger. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a ring dinger, and it's not nothing sexual.
He wraps
That's
his,
what it does sound
he
like.
puts them on a table and he puts these two things around their side there.
That holds their hips in
and then
place.
wraps a towel around their neck and grabs that towel and just
Ugh.
yanks them, and that thing goes.
It like
And I'm thinking,
stretches
man
their
alive, I
spine
think I want that done to me.
and decompresses it. But the thing is, the patient that's there to see him, he shows them before, and they're having a lot of pain issue. On a scale of 1 to 10, they're having like an 8 or a 9 in pain. They can't sit, they can't hardly walk. And after they do was it ring dinger?
Yeah.
After they do that,
I just want to
ring
go and say I
dinger,
got a ring dinger.
Yeah.
Hell, I had me one of them ring dingers.
after that, they're down to like a 2.
How do you not say, and it was good
It
after
was
a ring?
good.
After you say I got me a ring dinger.
Mary says, where are your dogs? They're sleeping right now in their crates.
Vivian, thank you for the
Thank
star,
you for the
sweetheart.
stars.
Star salute.
And you're right, God is always good. Darlene says, thank you so much. If it wasn't for prayers, I wouldn't have Jeff. We're continuing to pray, sweetheart.
John says taco sauce in your eyes. It's a good possibility I had tacos.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yes.
John knows what's up. Cindy B says 2 people in the other vehicle passed that day.
If you talk about, you talk about the New Mexico one, or
The
the
New
one
Mexico
with
one.
Joe, the same thing happened.
Yeah, the passengers in the other
So we'll
vehicle
definitely keep
passed.
their family in our prayers.
Joe Nandy says, I had physical therapy stretch on me.
Stretch me on the table.
On the table.
Oh, sorry guys.
Sexy Grammy says that ring dinger would hurt me. And see, a lot of
It
people
looked good.
that went in there, they were saying that their doctors were recommending like spinal fusion, rods, and nuts and bolts, and major surgery on their their bags. And then after they do the ring dinger on them, it decompresses their spine, and they feel so much better, and their pain level completely changes.
It hurts. Well, gee whiz, y'all pulled back. It made me fart.
Now that's when you know that it was a good laugh. Oh my goodness.
What made her fart?
Us talking about the ring dinger, apparently. Because you made it all after dark when it wasn't. Mary says, my friend had her friend pass away earlier yesterday morning.
Sorry to hear that, sweetheart.
We'll keep her in our prayers, sweetie. Jonathan,
As you notice, when I hear people say, like somebody said earlier that their nephew's getting ready to pass, or something like you just now said that my friend passed away, I don't get too emotional about that, because sometimes passing away is a blessing. I know my mom, God bless her heart, I'd love to have her here still, but as much pain as she was in, and there was no
relief for her.
no relief for her. I finally had to tell her in her deathbed, Mom, just let go, because I know she was just hanging around for us and fighting for us. And at that point, I loved her enough to let her go.
John Sahady says, I already got screws and rods. Well, this chiropractor was basically, a godsend, because now these people don't actually have to go in and have that invasive surgery with him being able to, crack them, stretch them, so that they have pain relief.
What is the name of that website? The Ring Dinger. It's some doctor in
He's in Texas.
in Texas. I think he's in Houston or Dallas or something. There's a few different doctors that do it.
If you
Just type in Ring Dinger.
yeah.
I don't know. you better Google it. Make sure that it ain't gonna take him somewhere inappropriate.
Chiropractor that does a ring. Does
Yeah, just put Ring Dinger chiropractor.
Yeah, make sure those words are together.
Yeah, it's kind of like when I tell you to look up G-spot season. Make sure you put trucker G-spot
season. Dennis, thank you for the stars, hun. Stars, Luke.
Susan, how you doing, sweetheart?
Hey, Susan.
We're doing well.
Frank G. Truck says, "Are we going to talk about all our ailments now? I got stories."
No, nobody's got that kind of time, Frank. I'm fixing to call it a night, brother.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, now my back's a hurting. Oh,
Rick says he's in Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, okay.
All right.
There's another one that does it in Houston.
That's cool. You know, G over there after watching it, he's like, "I bet you can do that to me."
She goes, "I ain't trying it." I said, "Come on, just try it." I actually had her go grab a towel and try to yank that thing.
He laid on the
It
bed,
didn't work.
and I yanked on him.
I said, "You got to do it harder." And it didn't work.
Did not work the way
Mrs.
he
G
did
ain't a
it.
ring dinger.
No, I cannot perform ring dinger services.
What if I paid you?
I don't know. That might be a different story.
She goes, "I ain't got the table for it."
John says, talking about a bad day, try coughing, sneezing, and farting all at the same time.
John said, "I heard that crack. It felt good, it felt good, brother." Mary said, "Did you sell a lot of your stuff today?" There wasn't a whole lot. There was quite a few people there, but I mean, it wasn't a huge event. I see this is the very first year they've had it. I see it growing. It's next year. I see it being a whole lot bigger. But we did well today.
Yeah.
Did it cover the cost of us coming out here? No, it didn't cover the cost of us coming out here. But when I didn't come out here just to sell seasoning. We came out here to support Reese Across America. That's what it was about. I didn't care if I sold anything today.
Susan says, "We are doing good. Love you both bunches." Much love to you, sweetheart.
I think that's a great cause and a great charity. It's a nonprofit, and I'd love to be there on the Reese Across America Day, but December 16th.
16th is the day.
And actually be there to place the Reese. But we're not going to be able to, so the least I can do is show up to this event to help raise money.
JJ said, "Did you hear about the crash on I-70 in Ohio on Tuesday morning?"
I did.
Between a tractor trailer and a bus that killed 3 teens and 3
Yes,
adults.
I heard, JJ.
Rick says, "You will need a same
the same table that he has.
Yeah, because
the
he's
hips.
got those 2 deals, that hold the hips." Jennifer Duck says, "I love you, both you guys. Got a good night, getting a good night's rest, and then mosey on this way and give us a hug, and then you go to Memphis." Guys, I think we're fixing to call it.
Yeah, I think we're going to call it a night.
My body's just going, ugh.
Are you sort of
wind
melt?
down.
You starting to melt?
I am starting to wind down. Vivian says Dennis Adams is hauling for them, I believe, this year. Awesome.
Cool. Well, guys, we're going to get off here. Stay tuned tomorrow. We're going to do a field trip of some kind, whether it be Graceland or Sun Studios or whatever else I might find along the way. But I want to make some kind of field trip tomorrow.
You just never know what we're going to do. You guys know that. All right.
Love you guys.
We love you. Good night.
Yeah, it's tired too, Mama.
Yeah.